stuff we already have.
Go ahead, you
I have
go ahead,
it,
you,
but I don't know
you do what you have to
if I
do.
didn't say it.
We can wait for you.
Okay, we're live now.
That's okay.
I press record.
And they, yeah, same thing as
Just
ever.
nothing
Heard come
different,
back.
same, yeah.
That way we can start the meeting.
And I printed this all off.
Yeah, I didn't print it all out on it.
I printed this out for the last meeting.
I should pull up my YouTube just to watch us live.
These are the two buildings I take it.
Yeah. This is the existing sheds they have on there. So he built these things without having any.
But don't they tell you to tear it down, or they charge you so much a month or whatever?
I don't know what happened. I think there's gonna let them do it. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You lit enough?
So if everybody's okay with it, I'm fine.
Ready?
Yeah,
Nice.
I
Thank you.
got mine.
Thank you. Good job. And we'll just go from there.
Sir.
I printed it off because I didn't know what we'd be doing. Had it for last month's meeting.
Yeah, he didn't show, and he's not coming this evening either. Does anybody else need a copy of?
Now we'll just start it from there. Okay.
The site plan, or is that the site plan?
Ready, Harley?
Yes.
Welcome to the March 11th, 2024 Painesville Township Zoning Commission meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call.
John Hott.
Here.
Mark.
Here.
John Everett.
Here.
Daryl.
Here.
And Chairman.
Here. Okay. Harley and Rachel, do we hear any questions from the public?
I have not. No.
No, Mr. Chairman.
And the people here in the audience who are anybody here to talk about anything other than what's on the agenda tonight?
Is the Bacon Road property on the agenda for today?
That's the one. It's a new business. Is we're set for a public hearing for next week, for next month.
Yeah, and just to be clear, the Bacon Road property itself won't be on the agenda. So there won't be an opportunity to speak about that project itself. What is going to be on the agenda next month is going to be the public hearing for a text amendment permitting fee simple lots in the R4 zoning district. Okay. If you have any questions or need clarification on that, feel free to contact me. We can talk after the meeting as well.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Okay. I'll call the regular meeting to order, and we received the minutes of the February 12th meeting. Any additions, deletions, corrections from your review? Hearing none. Motion for a approval of the minutes.
I motion to approve those minutes.
Mark made a motion. Need a second?
I'll second it.
John? Discussion on the motion? Roll call, please.
Okay, John Hott.
Yes.
John Everett.
Yes.
Mark.
Yes.
Daryl.
Yes.
And Chairman.
Yes. We have no public hearings. Now we have a site plan architectural review. It was tabled from February 12th. The site plan review for two existing accessory storage buildings at 410 Temple Avenue. Basically, if the staff would like to talk to us about it, and this was tabled from last meeting, so we'll just continue in this meeting here.
There we go. So the applicant is not here this evening. It hasn't been an easy process. So we shouldn't expect to see the applicant regarding this case, so I would ask the commission to review as if the applicant were here. The applicant had built structures without permit, and has retroactively applied for those permits. Oh, he is here. So he applied for a variance because the structures did not meet the side yard setbacks. During that hearing, the BZA approved the variance with conditions that the structure further back on the property, which abuts the parcel utilized for residential use, be moved further away or closer to the front building. It was at that time that the applicant had said that he could combine both structures into one, but I have since had a conversation with the applicant, and I believe he is eliminating that second structure. So this evening you are only reviewing the structure in the front closest to Temple Avenue,
Okay.
which is indicated on the handouts as part of the
Okay.
application packet.
Is the applicant here?
Yes, Mr. Pike, is there anything that you wish to add to what I've said?
Does he need to be read
No.
in? Does he need to be read in?
No.
Okay, so the building that is as close to the residential area, you're intending to tear it down.
I am in process of tearing it down.
Okay, sir. All right. Any discussion or questions to the staff or the applicants on the site plan? From the members. So basically, what we're doing is we're approving a site plan with for an existing accessory building closer to the front, not away from the residential area. Hearing no discussion. Any questions to the applicant again or the staff for further?
Just a little bit.
Inquiry? Okay, having hearing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval of the site plan as amended.
So approved.
Got a approval to approve the site plan as amended?
Mark,
You second?
Se-
Mark, you second it? Okay.
It's okay.
Discussion on the site plan approval? Amended site plan approval. Hearing none, roll call please.
Okay, Daryl?
Yeah.
Mark?
Yes.
John Hott?
Yes.
John Everett?
yes.
And Chairman.
Yes. Mr. Pike, your amended site plan has been approved.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. New business.
You're all done and I won't be calling you.
Okay, new business. We have a public hearing request for a proposed text amendment to section 16 permitting fee simple lots and standards associated. Would the staff like to help us with that? Give us some
Yes.
information on that, please.
So we were approached by a developer who owns land on Bacon Road. They would like to build their parcel in a way that meets all of the specifications of the R4 zoning district. The only issue is that they are looking to, instead of doing apartments or rental townhomes, they want to do fee simple lots. But in our R4 district, the area requirements don't lend themselves to providing setbacks for a single family dwelling on a fee simple lot in the R4 district. And because of this, the trustees saw that an opportunity to make an adjustment to the zoning text in a way that fits the goals of the comprehensive plan and the overall goals of the township, with a majority of residents preferring to see fee simple lots over large rental complexes, things like that. So the amendment is case 0002 that the commission is receiving this evening with that amended language.
Okay. Any discussion or questions from the commission members?
Yeah, I got
to
a
staff?
question.
Go ahead, Daryl.
Do we have a proposal of exactly the wording they want?
No, this is, so they meet all of the requirements. Only thing they're looking at is creating those fee simple parcels. So the language that is in here is language created by staff, in order to accommodate new standards for fee simple area standards for fee simple
Some of
lots.
these have 0 lot line clearance.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
because that's the only way you could do it is, in front and back of the building.
Yeah, so the minimum side setback for buildings connected together and have a firewall between units is 0 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 17.08F.
I know they do this in other areas. I don't particularly have a problem with it as long as we have it properly written.
Yeah, and that language is here, and I will pass this out so that you guys have plenty of time to review prior to the public hearing next
Okay.
month.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions? Any questions from the audience? I'll give that opportunity. We're going to wait because all this public hearings. All we're doing is setting up a public hearing for the proposed amendment to Section 16. That's all we're doing right now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I'm at the right meeting, but I just came as someone, I'm the mineral owner of where that property is, I own the mineral rights.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have an oil well on that property with pipelines and tank battery and a meter station. And I'm just here to make sure that you guys are aware of that. I don't know if that's submitted in your plans, so that it's, acknowledge that that stuff is there as they're developing their plans. I've been here before because this is a common thing with developers. The wells are already there, but they want to develop it around the gas wells and the infrastructure for the gas wells.
Right.
So I'm just here to bring that attention to you guys, that's all.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, and that you are correct. This wouldn't be the board for that. However, the developer is going to be looking for a variance request for the setback distance from the gas well itself, not from the tank. So wherever the proposed location of the tank is, based on the conversations that I've had with Rick, they're going to be able to meet the minimum distance between the structures and the tank, and it's the distance between the gas well itself, which, considering they're stubbing off the road to provide access to the gas well right there, the BZA will probably look favorably upon the request, would be my assumption. I don't know. And you are welcome to attend that meeting. And that will be next month. I haven't got the application yet, but he anticipates having that to me, I believe, this week. So that meeting will be April 9th at 6:30 p.m. Okay, because you probably won't receive a legal notice, which is interesting considering you're an owner. Something I got to look at in our processes and procedures, but
I know we went through this a few years ago. I mean, this is a common thing with, these gas wells were drilled in rural areas back in the day when they should have been. So that was the Treasure Golf Course at one time was
Mm-hmm.
perfect place for a gas well. When it got developed, then it was more, there wasn't a plan in place, and I think maybe you guys now have some zoning restrictions in place.
yes,
Like,
we do.
if you're gonna put a public road over my 40-year-old steel pipeline, there's probably gonna be an issue with that. Or, close to the tank battery, there's a lot going on with orphan wells and.
Yeah. They can't place a roadway or structures on top of the lines, which they're aware of, and I believe they're going to be rerouting it. But yeah, you can attend the BZA hearing in April. Rick will likely be present for that. So then, if you guys have questions about if you need to have discussions with him that you haven't yet, that'll be a good opportunity to connect with them.
Very good. And I'll stick around afterwards and meet with you, and you can maybe provide me with whatever setbacks or requirements you
Yeah,
may have for oil.
absolutely.
That would be great.
Mhm.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you very much.
You're welcome.
Daryl?
When you say fee simple, that makes me think of subdivision.
Mm-hmm.
And that means pulls in the planning commission then,
Yes.
because under law that has to have their approval.
Yes.
And I know they will go thoroughly over it with your gas lines and things of that nature. Because they're very, very particular about that. And you'll have to talk with them as well. You need to get hold of David Radacci. Yeah.
I mean, it's not even so much once it's developed, it's during the development of blocking access. I mean, I was fighting with the previous developer at the golf course on a regular basis with these types of issues.
Well, that's why you need to talk to David.
Yeah.
Because he will become part of that process. And if he knows what's needed, he can advocate for you if it's necessary. There's some things we can't do because we can't regulate fee simple lots per se, except for the size of them and sidelines, things of that nature. The law is pretty specific about it. When you create a lot that goes on the record for tax purposes, that makes it a subdivision. And when it's a subdivision, it then falls under the jurisdiction of the Lake County Planning Commission, and they must approve it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got another agency layer you need to work with to make sure your circumstances are taken care of.
And
Thank you for that.
as part of our
And you might want to talk to county engineer's office too.
yeah, as far as our review is concerned, we'll be looking at that also and seeing what we have to do.
But it doesn't hurt to do some pre-work with it.
Thank you.
John, go ahead.
We had a discussion when the golf course changed over, and there was a house that was very close to the. Do you recall is that taken care of in the
Yep.
the
We now
rewriting
have.
part?
Yep. We now have minimum setback requirements from gas wells. And any other, I can't remember the verbiage off the top of my head, but so that the tanks themselves, there cannot be any structures or roadways over top of existing gas lines. So we do have zoning requirements now, area requirements as in terms of where gas wells are concerned. So
We revised that a couple years back.
I certainly wouldn't they want a house over it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's asking for trouble.
So having the information we have, entertain a motion for setting a public hearing. I'll say it at our next regularly scheduled meeting.
Yeah.
I'll say it like that because I'm not sure what date that's going to be.
Motion. Can we set a motion without a date or?
Entertain a motion for setting a public hearing at our next,
In April.
in April.
In April.
And I'll second it.
Seconded. Discussion on the motion for the setting of the public hearing. Hearing none. Roll call, please.
And that was Mark Ruth who made the motion.
Mark made it and Daryl seconded it.
Okay, so
With,
Mark.
with that wording.
Okay, Mark,
Yes.
John Everett,
Yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
John Hott,
Yes.
and Chairman.
Yes. Okay. So the public hearing is set for our next meeting. We have no old business. Am I correct? We have no closed public hearings. We did not have one. We have an item set for public hearing. Zoning inspections report. Anything else, Harley? Do you want to discuss with us besides this discussion point in the agenda?
no.
Okay, so our next meeting is scheduled for April 8th. April 8th is supposed to be a significant event going on in Northeast Ohio. A total solar eclipse.
Oh yeah.
And it's going to be in the afternoon, late in the afternoon. It'll be stuff before, now during the 4 minutes or 5 minutes that the sun's going to be totally blocked, and then it'll be things afterwards. So I think we could probably, I think they're going to be, due to people wanting to view it or go to different events surrounding the eclipse event, most likely we should be able to maybe change our meeting. Now, April 8th is on the second, so we have I would propose to the board, we have April 1st as an alternative, or April 15th as an alternative. Both are Mondays.
Yeah.
Which one would you prefer to do, if at all?
Let me take a quick look.
My schedule's open the 1st and the 15th. I had a game. I can't.
I'm the same. I'm open in both places.
John?
Yeah, right now I don't think of anything that,
Is Township Hall closed on the 1st?
April 1st is the day after Easter.
Yeah, we might be
Yeah.
closed that day.
First Monday. You can go to 15th.
Hold on.
I don't have it in the calendar.
I don't think Easter is a national holiday.
And it might not be in
Monday, April 1st is the day after Easter.
Would it
Yeah.
be in our,
I'll be coming back from New
All right,
York
let's
that
see.
week, but our drive, so
it's probably right, I guess.
If you want to miss everything, I'd go to the 15th.
work
You gotta go
calendar?
to 15th?
I don't care. It's fine with me. Makes it kind of short to the next meeting, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good for either one of those.
So am I.
Would,
Yeah, we're not closed on April 1st.
Well, I'll tell you what.
would April 1st
April
give us
1st or
enough
April 15th?
time for the notification?
The notification would have to go. It would have to be sent out next Friday.
Yeah.
So it would give us enough time. The case is in existence. You basically just need to send it to them. So really, it's a question for you, as to how you feel. If you feel like you can get it out, because it would have to be circulated on the 22nd. So no later than Thursday would be when you would need to do.
Yeah, whatever you guys.
Okay.
Whatever you guys
You
need.
okay with that?
so what are we gonna do? I couldn't hear everything was going on.
Okay, well, either date's gonna work. We have a public hearing. There is sufficient time. If we set the meeting for April 1st instead of April 8th, there's sufficient time to legally give advance notice for the public hearing. Am I correct, ladies?
Yes.
So if that is true, we can go to first. To me, I'd rather prefer going to first, and the reason being is that we don't know what's going to happen. What's going to be on the agenda for the first, and since we have enough time to properly advertise for the public hearing on this case we just had for the fee simple for section amendment of section 16. I'd rather go to 1st of April. That's okay with the board.
I don't have a problem.
Either one works for me,
Yep.
so whatever you think
That's
might be
fine.
best.
All right, then what we'll do, we'll set the next meeting for our commission at April 1st at 6:30.
Okay.
Okay. Any other business to come before the commission? Hearing none. Thank you very much. And the next meeting, adjourn the meeting at 6:54. And next meeting will be April 1st in 3 weeks. Folks, have a nice Easter.